Alright, this is a mock-up qualifying run for Charlotte under the Street Stock series. Uh, Once again, the position may be off because it's a mock-up, but the general principles still apply to this. So starting off, basically, you just want to ease the throttle in, and you're going to come up, and then you're going to gun it as you're getting close to the line, bringing yourself up to the maximum speed possible. You're going to run along the outside edge of the wall. Generally, my rule of thumb is I try to stay in the lighter gray area that you see with my right wheel going into the black. As you get more comfortable, you will be able to stay along the very edge of the wall at all times, and you'll gain more speed because of it, because you're running the outside edge. The reason why you run the outside edge for your first few laps is to gain momentum. You're building up the maximum speed possible starting your actual qualifying lap. You're using more gas. There's a few reasons why you're doing this. And generally, this is how you're going to get the best qualifying time. You're going to give up a few of your qualifying laps to do this, but you're going to gain a faster time. So it works out. So once again, you're going to do this over and over and over again um, until you get down to either your very last lap or your second last lap. My personal preference is doing 2 laps of actual qualifying, so I'll do this up until I have 2 laps left. Some people may prefer just to do this all the way until their final lap, which they'll do the qualifying run. But I like to give 2 runs just in case I make a small mistake on the first one. It probably screws me for the second one anyways, but it's 2 chances. It's a personal thing, I don't know why. So I'm still doing this here, still going around, and this is going to keep going for a little bit. Once again, your tires are going to warm up, so it's better to actually go along the gray at the start. Um, and then, like your second time around, you can start working your way into black a lot easier. Uh, you'll get more and more comfortable the more times you do this. Alright, so this time around I should be actually starting my qualifying run. Um, I'm still coming across it's about the third line here, or I cut down to, sorry, about the second line. Um, but when you come across the line, you're going to start cutting down to the very edge now. Uh, then you're going to work your way in right down to the white line in the center, and this is going to give you the smallest radius, and then you're going to let yourself come out to the very edge, giving you the greatest momentum because you're straightening out the track, so to speak. You're also going to cut back into the white line again, and you're going to let yourself come out slightly out of this turn. Not as much as you did before. You're coming up to about the third, and then you're going to cut across the white, go around to about the second, and come down again for the next qualifying lap if you're doing it this way. And so this is going to be a repeat. Your car is technically sliding around the corner. I'll give a better view here. Um, so you kind of have to get used to how it feels when you're turning right down on the edge. You want to get as close to the white line as possible without actually touching the bottom, otherwise you'll probably just spin out. Uh, and it's just a comfort zone thing. You'll get used to it after a while. Do some practice laps, you'll get the hang of it in testing, and then you can actually go do this. Um, I actually go around here and do the lap that most leaders will take. This lap is generally the preference because you're making it more difficult for other cars to pass you. So it should start on this next lap here, and all it is simply holding the bottom of the track. Um, the reason you do this is just because there's not a huge amount of momentum that you're going to get out of a street stock to be able to go around the outside. You can go high and make it around, but it takes some effort. It might take multiple people to increase the draft, get more speed. Um, Generally speaking, though, if you're following a leader and you're by yourself, personally, I just let him have it. If he makes a mistake, then I'll capitalize on it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I'm going to gain IR. I'm going to gain, um, uh, sorry, driver safety rating. I forget the actual nickname term for it. SR, sorry. And yeah, that's basically it. You're going to go around and they're just going to hug the bottom, so let them hug the bottom. If you have an opportunity to go around them, go around them. Never cut to the white line on the inside. Otherwise, you're just going to increase the chances of you wrecking the leader and yourself, and in general, it's not a nice thing to do. The other thing that I wanted to bring up was bumping. Uh, some people will try to bump you if you hold the bottom line to make you slide up during a turn or uh, anything really. I mean, there's multiple reasons why you could bump them just to see if they slide out and make a mistake. Um, I mean, they could lose complete control of their car. You never bump during a turn. It's just bad driving. It's dirty driving. And bumping on a straight, if you want to push them a little bit on the straight, you can, but most people can't take it in general. I mean, everyone's kind of a rookie at this level, so just play it nice and safe, leave some space, you'll do fine. You'll make it out of the rookie series through Charlotte, no problem.